syntax for declaring a pointer to function variable may seem a little overwhelming at first because it's very different from everything you've seen so far. Here I left the declaration of variable int, the declaration of a pointer to int, and for your information I'm also going to write syntax to declare a function that will inspire us for the syntax of pointer to function declaration. Remember, this is how we write a prototype, for example void f, parameter between parentheses, for example char c. Here we've declared a function that returns nothing, so void, which is called f and which takes a character as a parameter called c. In order to declare a pointer function, we're going to use a similar syntax but a subtle difference. The syntax you're going to use is as follows. To declare a pointer function which doesn't return anything, so void, and that takes a character as a parameter, we'd write void, then between parentheses star and the name of a pointer function, for example funPTR, and then the parameter we want, so here a char. Notice how I didn't specify a name for my parameters variable. I could have named it, but I won't, because for pointers function we can skip naming them. What you need to notice is that I've set my pointer function name between parentheses and put an asterisk before it. Let me show you a more complete example which will compile to see how it works. I'm going to declare a variable of type pointer function which I will call f, and which will take a random char as a parameter. Then I'm going to assign a function's address to my pointer function. Here I'm going to use the address of the function ftputchar, which is defined just above. Then I will be able to call my function ftputchar by using my pointer to function f. This syntax is the same as a function call. F, open parentheses, pass the parameter, for example the char z, close my parentheses, and I have my semicolon. Now we'll be able to compile. Look like it's compiled, and here my executable added out. If I execute it, the character z is being displayed. Note that as pointer function have a syntax that can be quite tricky. There's always a possibility to type def on their type to make them easier to use. The syntax of a type def is as follows. I'm going to make an alias of the type's name instead of the variable, and if I use this syntax to declare my pointer to function, I'm going to call it funPTR. And pass it as parameter char, for example, and add the semicolon. I can now use my typedef as type, so I will be able to use funPTR and call my variable, for example f, for it to work. Compiling, executing, and the result is exactly the same. See you in the next video for the last part for today's lesson. We'll add some extra info on pointers to function. I'll show you example that more extensive.